information, call 1-800-544-9114. That's 1-800-544-9114. 1-800-544-9114. Ten Winds is always available on your mobile device. Just go to radio.com for the free download.
All news all the time. This is 10 Winds. You give us 22 minutes and we'll give you the word.
Good afternoon. 32 degrees at 4:40 on this Friday, the 8th of February. I'm Lori Madden, and here's what's happening. Governor Cuomo declares a state of emergency in New York ahead of the blizzard. The blizzard expected to dump 1 foot of snow on the city, more on Long Island. The heaviest snow coming tonight. Live update from AccuWeather in just a moment. The airlines have basically shut down operations at all 3 airports. Residents in Long Beach emptied the gas pumps and grocery stores, but say after Sandy, they're not too concerned about the blizzard.
Eric Nixon Nets both on the road this evening. Hockey locals luckily have a night off. This is Larry Thompson. Wall Street wrapped up the week with a modest gain. The Dow rose 28. Hewlett Packard is late to track down the labor abuses at Chinese suppliers.
This time 4:41. Time for traffic and trends. Here's Matt Ward.
Big troubles continue in northern New Jersey. We've had a closure of 1 and 9 on the Newark area in the north-down side. This report is sponsored by the Empire State Building. It still is closed between Frontage Road and Delancey Street. 109 south. We've got the right lane blocked off. Coming back down through Jersey City with yet another problem at the Garden State Parkway North at exit 148. That's an accident that's in the process of being cleared out of the way. And another one farther down the line at northbound at exit 137. And also several accidents farther south down by 117 on the northbound side. Very slippery on that stretch of the Garden State Parkway. Back into the 5 boroughs. The traffic has been extra slow from all Queens on the LE. Not all that much better on the Grand Central East on the Bell Parkway near Flatbush Avenue. That's an accident. The left lane is closed. There was another one east on the Bell still there over by 65th Street, 67th Street area. Actually, the left lane is still closed off. And here's what you need to know about the bridges and tunnels. Weather-related slowdowns across the Whitestone and Throgton. Brooklyn Bridge very slow back to Brooklyn. Lowered speeds on the Goethals and Outer Bridge and the George Washer Bridge posted at 35. Half an hour leaving town of the Holiday and Lincoln tunnels. And over 2,000 flights have been canceled at the New York area airports today and tomorrow. Amtrak service remains suspended to Boston, and New Jersey Transit cross honoring your rail, light rail, and bus tickets both today and tomorrow. Alternate sides suspended for tomorrow, including the meter rules. Visit the Empire State Building and experience breathtaking views of the city from the world-famous observatories. Come after dark and take in the night lights. The best week time to the top. See the real magic of New York and buy your tickets today at esbnyc.com. Open daily until 2 a.m. I'm Matt Ward, the next report at 4:51 on the 1010 Wind.
New time 4:42.
Here's an update from the 10 Winds Performance Center.
The heaviest of the blizzard snow is getting ready to blow in. The 1010 Wind Severe Weather Team has you covered, and our coverage begins with AccuWeather meteorologist Dave Bowers. He has the very latest on the position of the storm and just what and when we can expect it. Dave?
That's right. Yeah, of course, we're getting into the heart of it now. It is cold enough that it has gone over to mostly snow across the city, except near the South Shore. But even there, it will be changing over to snow here shortly. The second storm is now starting to feed into the nor'easter, the coastal storm. Complex situation. Still going to be a wide range of accumulations here tonight. Just for an example, like Somerville may only see like 3-4 inches of snow. Morristown maybe 6-7 inches of snow. Meanwhile, you get closer into the city, we'll be closer to a foot by the time this tapers off around daybreak. And it could be a foot to a foot and a half on Long Island up through Connecticut. But the whole region getting buffeted by some powerful winds, which can gust over 50 miles an hour during the night. Corey?
And our coverage continues now at the Chief Storm Desk, where we check in with our Julia Papa. Yeah, Lori, if you're taking Mayor Bloomberg and Governor Christie's advice, you're headed home or you are home. And you're listening to us on the radio. Now, the storm winds are whipping up, so it really is the better bet to get off the street. Governor Cuomo just declared a state of emergency a short while ago, and depending on the severity of the weather later tonight, we may see a temporary shutdown on Metro North. Here's Tom Prendergast of the MTA.
After 8 o'clock, as snowfalls approach 10 to 13 inches, we may have temporary suspensions of service to clear track, things of that nature. So that's only essential travel should be at that time.
Now, the city has extra ambulances out on the streets, extra firefighters in coastal flooding areas in the event of emergencies. And there is a state of emergency and limited travel in Connecticut as well. Highways, so limited travel on highways. So far, power power outages are at a minimum in the tri-state area. So keep us tuned.
What a colossally boring video this is of the stupid snow and traveling over the bridge from work, going home to Brooklyn.
And just a reminder, you can also
Just now getting to the halfway point on the bridge.
right over us at 1010winds.com.
You really can't see anything through the windows of the Brooklyn skyline over there.
Crystal window and door systems.
Too much snow and the windows are fogging up.
To be even able to play, but thankfully the schedule guys were with them. The Knicks are in Minnesota tonight.
The surface definitely has icing on it.
We get back on the winning track after losing at Washington on Wednesday, snapping their 5-game win streak. Meanwhile, the Knicks are in Washington to take on the Wizards at the 7 o'clock start. Brooklyn can win both their road games after winning at Detroit on Wednesday in what was a memorable night for
The whole windshield is just fogging up.
Hockey locals have the night off, thankfully. Both the Devils and Islanders who have home games tomorrow. Isles are at night, Devils in afternoon.
Not a good thing when you can't see where you're going.
Dartmouth visits Columbia.
Of course, on the camera, because it pulls in different wavelengths of light, the windshield looks crystal clear. So driving through the camera is a good idea, using that as the viewfinder to drive.
45 years. It has a strong reputation. It's a product of hard work with a smile. So choosing TD Bank was the right decision. They have the reputation I look for.
And if anybody sits through this entire video watching this, then you have no life at all. Trust me.
When you get that kind of service, you know you're with the right bank.
Stop in today or visit tdbank.com.
I'm just filming on the chance that we might see some knuckleheads collide with each other,
Member FDIC.
even though we're only going like a mile an hour.
Losing a loved one is hard, especially in tough economic times. Grace Funeral Chapels.
Capture it all on video.
Grace Funeral Chapels has options to meet almost any financial situation.
Who knows? Maybe me being
235-8088
the videographer and driver, maybe I'll cause the accident.
Funeral Chapels is open 7 days a week. And
I doubt it.
At 607 North Conduit Boulevard in Brooklyn, just minutes from JFK Airport. Grace Funeral Chapels has options to meet almost any financial situation. Make an appointment with their Carrie staff. 718-235-8088.
Blizzard 2013.
There are many, many families who really are probably sweating this out.
And 10-wind storm coverage continues in a minute. Did you know
We're literally going about 3 miles an hour.
Manufacturers in North America is conveniently located here in the metro area. Crystal Window and Door Systems offers high-performance, energy-efficient vinyl and aluminum windows and doors for all building applications. Everything Crystal Windows manufactures, including Energy Star and ultra-energy efficient R5 products, are made in the USA. Their state-of-the-art Queens facility features an expansive showroom with experts ready to give your job personal attention. If you're planning a large-scale construction or window replacement project and haven't talked to the team at Crystal Windows, you should. For over 20
Going on
years, they've built solid relationships with
more than 8 minutes.
builders and contractors.
Going less than a quarter mile.
Pricing ensure your job will be on time and on budget. And with Crystal's affinity network of professional installers, you'll receive a level of service beyond industry standards. The choice is crystal clear. Call Crystal Window and Door Systems.
Of course, on the exit, I'm going to have to stop filming because it gets kind of hairy down there.
CrystalWindows.com.
People try to cut me off.
Introducing
We'll
a new
have to go.
Jaguar, the 2013 XF and XJ with instinctive all-wheel drive. Lease the 2013 XF V6 AWD at $539 per month for 36 months with $42.35 due at driving. Visit
Already somebody honking.
or call
Not at me, though, at the guy next to me.
for details.
Wednesday's time.
Cabby's honking at the guy next to me.
Reminding New Jerseyans to
Stupid
be
cabbies.
smart
And stay inside during the blizzard. He wants you off the roads tonight, but for those who are out now,
Turnpike speed limit has been reduced to 45 miles an hour from interchange 14 in York up to the George Washington Bridge.
well, ignoring
Yep.
the governor's request.
There's one pedestrian walking across the bridge.
He's checking out the roads for us in Passaic, and he has more for us in this live report. Gary.
Well, I can see being fun on a day like this. Driving, boring.
In Passaic County, I got to tell you, there are a lot of snowplows out here. The governor was talking about how they repositioned the snowplows and they were ready to cover from any corner of the state and in between, and they're doing a great job, really, here on the Garden State Parkway. In fact, right now,
I'm glad this lane's moving. Slow as it is. See, it's going to be a collision. No.
35 miles an hour, even though the electronic sign stays 35 in this location. But, you know, it's going to pick up even more the snow as that is, and they're not going to be able to keep up with it quite as well as they have thus far. So should really heed the governor's advice. Don't do what I'm doing. At home, put the fire on if you got it. Maybe a couple pounds before or something. And take a look out the window. It's a beautiful snow, but try to avoid this. It is getting kind of dicey out here. Reporting live, Jerry Bob, and
This knucklehead, he turns first and then he singles.
News time 450, the airlines have basically shut down their operations at Newark, JFK, and LaGuardia, as well as in Boston, Providence, and other northeastern hubs. They're hoping to resume flights at some point tomorrow.
Well, it doesn't help. We got a either a tow truck or a Salter there.
Says airlines have already canceled more than 4,000 flights
Fucking asshole.
tomorrow. National Grid running the show on Long Island today after taking a beating and
Oh, that's what it is. Stupid cabbie crashed. Typical. That's what's slowing everything up. Typical cabbie.
Islanders want to know how many years
Proof. Cabbies are assholes.
and how long it'll take to get it back. National Grid's John Bruckner.
We have a customer impact of over 100,000.
Typical. 10 million cars. It's got to be a cabbie that crashed.
We do have staffing levels.
Surprise, surprise.
And most customers will be restored within 24 hours from the time they report their outage.
Utility officials say notify the LIPA call.
All right, in the neighborhood.
No power.
Now comes the fun part. Try to find parking. Good luck.
Tomorrow there are 10-10 winds with National Grid and LIPA officials on Long Island. And as of this hour, LIPA is reporting, or we should say National Grid is reporting, about 2,300 customers without power. Wind news time 4:51. Time for traffic and transit on the ones. Here's Matt Ward.
We're getting an update on New Jersey Transit right now because of the bad weather. 10 to 15 minute delays are possible on all of the rail lines system-wide on New Jersey Transit.
Notice no turn signals on the guy in front of me.
They have 15 minute delays between Newark 10 and Newark Broad Street while they straighten out some switching problems. New York and Connecticut, a state of emergency in Connecticut, a travel ban in effect. Get off those roads. Thousands of flights have been canceled at the airports today and tomorrow, so check with your airline. Subway delays on the 7 train as well as the Northbound F trains and the Northbound 2s.
And as these knuckleheads going to walk across the street, I'm going to have to hit my brakes and just slide right into them.
Boston remains suspended. And keep in mind, too, New Jersey Transit cross-honoring your rail line, light rail and bus tickets both today and tomorrow. In New Jersey, we've got a closure of 109 North and Newark at Frontage Road, heading up towards Delancey Street. Driving around town, pair of accidents on the Bell Parkway. One east over by 65th Street. That's in the left lane. Another one east over left lane is currently blocked off.
There you go, retards. Not even looking. I got it all on video. Maniacs.
That's an accident being cleared. Alternate side suspended for tomorrow, including the meter rolls. And if you're in a jam, call it in.
Oh, I should have said retard. That's politically incorrect. Sorry about that.
Visit the Dunkin' Donuts Facebook page and look for the Share Something Sweet tab in the channel.
Call them knuckleheads.
No purchase necessary. It's 228.13.
With news time 4:32
Or
now, the official 10-10 winds AccuWeather 4-day forecast sponsored by NYU Langone. With a live report
13 minutes.
meteorologist Dave Bowers.
Over the bridge.
This storm still cranking up around the region. It is mostly snow from the city on north. But we still have kind of a mixed bag on the south side. Staten Island, along the south shore of Long Island.
Back in Brooklyn Heights. This delivery boy. Those guys are made of steel. Delivery boys in New York City are unbelievable. Hard-working guys. Oh, you remember this turn signal.
Along some very strong northeast and north winds, which can get up to 50 miles an hour, especially late.
Let me see. Hey, here's a spot. Beautiful. Look at that. I think I'll take it.
Long Island up into Connecticut, where accumulations will exceed a foot. The storm over by daybreak.
And that's it. Boring video.